Hi everyone, welcome back to Mental Health Made Easy. I'm Alex, a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and today I'm going to be covering how to recognize burnout. Let's get started. So to recognize burnout, I actually like to begin identifying stress first. Identifying what stress looks like will make it much easier to identify what burnout actually looks like. So what does stress look like? Well, it looks different for everyone, but there are some commonalities that we see as far as signs go. Some of the most common ones that I encounter are feelings of exhaustion, fatigue, low energy. Another sign commonly seen with stress is a feeling of despair, feelings of apathy, as well as anhedonia. Anhedonia is a loss of interest or pleasure in the things that we normally enjoy. Now, another very common feature of stress is a collection sometimes of what's called somatic manifestations. That's just a fancy way of saying the physical things you feel associated with stress. So oftentimes GI disturbances or stomach disturbances can be a sign of stress. Changes in bowel patterns can be a sign of stress. Another common somatic manifestation or a physical sign that we can see is headaches. So if you're getting headaches, that can also be a sign of stress as well. So now that we've talked about what stress looks like, let's begin to talk about and identify burnout. So the most important thing to consider first is that all of the things I mentioned related to stress do carry over and also occur in the setting of burnout. Now, what else is burnout though? How do I identify that? So there's a very big key sign here, and that is a detachment from the meaning of one's work. When we start to lose meaning or that feeling of value that we hold towards our workplace or the work we do, that can be a clear sign of burnout. Now, there are also additionally 3 signs in addition to the loss of detachment or the loss of meaning there that I like to identify. The first one being a feeling of cynicism or deep-rooted cynicism that one may start to feel. The next thing that I like to identify is sometimes there is a change in the reactivity. One's behavior and mood towards others can change and become a little bit more openly hostile. The third thing is a clear dissatisfaction with one's occupation. Now, why is recognizing burnout important? Well, if burnout goes unrecognized for an extended period of time, then what can happen is that can lead to anxiety, depression, and other mental health conditions. Now, another thing that can happen is that sometimes there can be an overwhelming sense of guilt that can overtake someone as a result of persistent burnout. And that alone can lead to those real feelings of more serious forms of depression and anxiety that may require additional mental health treatment. So burnout is very serious. It is something that is very common, unfortunately. So just know that help is out there, and there are ways to manage and to minimize the stress that comes before burnout to minimize the chance of developing a mental health condition associated with persistent, untreated burnout. And that's recognizing burnout. If there's any other topics that you guys want me to cover, please feel free to comment below. And thank you guys for watching. If you've made it this far, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time.